So I take NMN every morning.
What is NMN?
Good question.
With so much recent attention to NMN supplement, I finally decided to give it a try. Here is what I learned. There is a substance which is produced in our body, which is called the NAD, and this substance stimulates a range of body functions, including metabolic processes, improving cellular energy, and aiding DNA repair. The level of NAD in the human body declines with age. There is a theory that supplementing with NMN, which is precursor for NAD creation, increases NAD, and this should lead to a number of good things like having more energy or being able to exercise for longer. Ultimately, it should improve longevity because it is fighting aging-related disorders such as oxidative stress, DNA damage, neurodegeneration, and inflammatory responses. All supplements which are regularly consumed, and this includes magnesium, creatine, and omega-3, satisfy two criteria. They are proven to be safe, and they are proven to actually work by at least 10 different randomized control trials. At the time of publishing this video, the situation with NMN is somewhat different. After about 10 years of research, most published reports do show that NMN in fact has a positive impact on metabolic functions of cell organisms or mice. Most of the research on humans, however, actually demonstrates very mixed results. Some of the research shows that an NMN does have a positive effect, and some research shows that there is no positive effect whatsoever. The good news is that all this research shows that NMN is safe for humans to consume. So when our friends at Youth and Earth offered me to try the V14 longevity supplement, where NMN is a key component, I decided to give it a try. In addition to 500 milligrams of NMN in one sachet, V14 also includes another 13 science-backed longevity ingredients, like antioxidant-rich berry, fruit, and vegetable complexes, plus minerals, which many people consume in insufficient amounts. The full list of ingredients is available at the link in the video description. The list of ingredients is very impressive, especially for someone who doesn't have regular access to the whole foods which include these components. For example, for someone who spends a lot of time traveling. I'm fortunate enough to consume these ingredients with our family's diet, so for me the most important component to test was in fact NMN. Here is the protocol which I used. I had a 2-week supply of V14 provided by Youth and Earth, and I timed its consumption in a way that I consumed 12 sachets prior to a very long travel day, and the last 2 sachets I consumed on the day of a 20-hour trip, which included several flight connections. During the 12-day prep stage, I took my regular daily measurements of the health metrics which I usually track, which is 24/7 blood pressure, resting heart rate variability after waking up, nighttime heart rate dip, respiration rate. I checked VO2 max with a 5-minute step test at the beginning of the 12-day period and right after my 12-hour trip. I also took blood tests right before the 12-day loading phase and 24 hours after the long trip, and that is to eliminate the immediate impact of the travel stress. I kept my usual weekly training routine during the loading phase. So here are the results. Blood pressure. As you can see on this graph, we can observe usually daily fluctuations but no particular trend. Same applies to my resting heart rate, which stayed around 55, and my nighttime heart rate, as usual, dropped to 47 beats per minute on all days. My respiration rate stayed the same as well. And same is true for the 2 VO2 max tests, which I did before and after the loading phase. When it comes to my blood markers, they also changed by no more than 5%. And I attribute this difference primarily to different equipment used in the different labs, which I used for these blood tests. I paid special attention to HbA1c, high-density cholesterol, low-density cholesterol, because these metrics, according to some publications, showed improvement after the NMN loading phase. However, in my case, these metrics have not changed either. And one potential reason is that in my case, these metrics are reasonably good for my age anyway. Has anything changed? In fact, one metric had a positive change. It is a subjective one, but I think it is worth mentioning. I do not do a lot of long trips these days, so the 20-hour trip usually has an impact on my training routine. Usually, I just do not feel that going for my usual 10K run after such a long trip is a good idea. This time, however, I woke up after a 6-hour sleep following this long trip feeling quite refreshed. I did my relaxed 10K in 55 minutes as usual, and it felt okay. It is difficult to say whether it was a result of positive NMN impact, but I thought it is worth mentioning it. In summary, 2 weeks implementation with 500 milligrams of NMN did not produce any hard measured impact on my biomarkers either way. Subjectively, I felt much better than I usually feel after a long trip. So I'm considering a longer NMN trial in the fall to see if longer consumption makes any difference. I would still recommend V14 supplement for its rich antioxidant, vitamin, and mineral ingredients to people who do not have regular access to a diverse whole food diet, which include these components. I personally plan to carry V14 supplement with me during long trips as a way to reduce stress and lower fatigue. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, please subscribe, stay healthy, and have a wonderful day.